Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are heading into the Rotten Guttery, and we don't really know what's here. We found it through a perception check, so let's go in. Oh, also,
I'll make my
turn that on because we reloaded the game. Okay, stuff to loot. This seems good so far.
Be off.
Okay, another perception check. How difficult was it? Okay, not difficult at all, so you're meant to find this one. Okay, rearrange ourselves. There's a trap which we can disable. Go get it.
This is my kind of work.
Still not entirely sure what this area is, but
Let's
we seem to be doing okay.
What's that?
Another trap. It's just lots of
Check that out.
perception checks and traps, which is fine, but I kind of feel like there's going to be something else here. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Demon Slayer soup. We already got the recipe. Okay. Ooh, a new bow. Composite short bow. Feral charge. If the wielder of this +4 speed composite short bow has an animal companion or similar creature is affected by a constant haste spell effect. Very cool. Absolutely useless for us, but very cool. I suppose we could give it to Seela, and then if she can't get in range of something, then we could, in theory, like, have a hasted horse. But then, like, if she can't get in range, how did the horse get in range? It's a very weird situation. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to work. It's really a ranger item. Is that right? Is ranger the one that has the pet, generally? I think it is. Anyway. It is, you know, whatever that archetype in this game is called, it's that one, right? It's the bow user with, like, a wolf or something. Anyway. We're done here, so I think it's time that we head to Manago's hideout. But before we do, we should probably go and get a spell refresh, I imagine, right?
Ready.
Or are we good?
What you're doing. Good.
We might be good on spells.
Never fun.
Oh, yes, what?
We're good on spells. Yeah, alright. Well, in which case, we will just go straight to Manago then. No problem. Right, take a little shortcut through the tavern. So we just want to go right to the end here, and then just turn left.
March on.
Which should take us just outside of where Manago is. It's kind of weird that we got to well, actually, we need a few more steps over here. It's kind of weird that it's so easy to just get to Manago here. I get the feeling there's going to be more to it, but we'll see. Anyway, in we go. So far, nothing. Okay, grab that. Position ourselves again. Just be careful at each stage. Okay, I am quick saving maybe a little too much. That's fine. Oh, hello. That's her. Don't let her near me. Kill her. I'll pay you double, triple. Hey, guys, we can talk this over. Did you hear the Lalitu? Let's finish this mortal. Well, we could have talked it over, but, like, it's a little late now. Oh, she goes first. She used slumber. We're immune to slumber. Well, that was a bad first move by you. Shoot. Nice damage. Okay. How do these guys feel about electricity? They are immune. Well, that one's immune. How about you? You are not immune. How about you? You are immune. Okay, so you two are not immune, but everybody else is immune. So electricity is probably not our plan here. Good polar ray and just shoot like the bodyguard with it. How much health do you have? 260. Okay. A dex drain would probably be good. Let's see. So it's going to do... I think this is it not 5 levels higher? So it's like 20 d6? So it's not going to kill, but it could do some good damage. Either that or we haste. We could probably haste on your turn and be fine. I could just kill this guy, though. Yeah, but I probably... just kill him. There we go. Let's not worry about it too much. Shadow Demon gets to go. Wonderful. Also puts a melee user in there, which is great for us. Couple hits on us, but we're okay. That was an invisible thing, I'm guessing. Song of Discord. Let's see. We had some people fail. What does Song of Discord do? I don't see... Well, Nenio's still in the line, so that's fine. It's not like a CC. Okay, spell causes those within the area to turn on each other rather than attack their foes. Each affected creature has a 50% chance to attack the nearest target each round. Okay. And who failed? So, we're immune. Woljif succeeded. Nenio failed. Darren succeeded. Arushale succeeded. Greybor succeeded. Okay, so the Shadow Demon might attack us, as might Nenio. Cool. Let's start with a haste. Seems like a pretty good one to do. Maybe move in and cast Cone of Cold on this group. That seems good.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Go for it. Some of them were immune? Wait a second, you're immune to cold damage? Wait a second. Really? Who's immune to cold? Wait, I can do it through here. This would be easier. Who was immune? Shadow Demon, maybe? Cone of Cold. Yeah, Shadow Demon was immune. Okay, well, that's fine. That's good, actually. Oh, this fell off? Oh, interesting. Put a couple of those on. We kind of want to move into the room to give people a chance to... yeah, if we want to move into the room to give other people a chance to get by. So let's go, like, here. Really? That was an attack of opportunity? Okay, that's fine. You missed anyway. They have some spell effects on them. We could try Force Reality. I don't think any of them are illusion, though. We didn't see any being cast as we came in, so that's probably not going to be the thing we want to do. Can't do Edict of Retaliation, as we've already done some swift actions this turn. Let's go for Enforcing Gaze to lower some DC. It didn't actually seem to affect anything, but that's fine. And then attack. Cool. Darren. To the side. Tancred of Free Spirit in here. Cool. That seems useful. So we get some kind of buff. And then they can start casting spells. Cool. This is good. Greybor, 7 attacks. Let's go.
Simply business.
Incredible. They're attacking the Shadow Demon, who's taking 0 damage from this guy. Managa goes for Slumber. We're still immune to Slumber. Also, I don't believe you can cast Slumber on the same target in a day, but okay, I guess maybe it doesn't affect us. Maybe she's continuing to try and cast it on us because we're immune. We don't even get the, you can't use it twice in a day. We're just immune, right? That's probably it. Okay. Shoot here. Nice damage. Shadow Demon's out. Nenio gets to do something this turn. We're going to move her in. I can kill this one. Is there a better way of killing it? I suppose probably Chain Lightning's a better way of killing it, right? Yeah, because at least it hurts this guy as well. Okay. That's fine. Lots of misses on us. I don't even know what that enemy is, but it keeps popping up, so there must be an invisible thing in here somewhere. Maybe move in. Instead of attacking, we use like blur or displacement or something like that. That could work. Yeah. So let's move in here and then go for displacement. Cool. That worked. Right, our turn. We'll do that to share all of our buffs. And then attack. Nice. Oh, and we spotted the succubus at the back. Wonderful. You got rid of haste from somebody? That's kind of cool. Right, Darren. Could try going for some damage here. Yeah, is there anything else we could do here? Not really worried too much about what they're doing. Let's demoralize the ranger. Just because I think that they could probably do damage. Lightning bolt failed. Okay. Tried to do a stun thing. That's fine. This might be a good charge turn. We charge directly into the succubus. Means that the ranger's a little screwed as well. Cool. That works. Butcher missed us. Slumber, we're still immune to it. I think that's bugged, but that's okay. But not bugged. Like, we are immune and it's working correctly. But I think that Monago will always try and slumber the main character. I think that's what's going on here. But because we're immune, it never tells Monago that she's failed. So she never does anything else. Which is fine.
I will resist.
Right. Nice. Probably didn't need to demoralize. Luckily, Nenio can't actually hit anything even with 4 attacks. So her going crazy doesn't really matter. Okay, Succubus gets a proper turn next turn. Oh, it just went for basic attacks. Oh, that's not going to work. Alright, we get 9 shots. Let's go for the Butcher. Oh, and then we can attack the Bodyguard as well. We missed the Bodyguard, but still, good damage. Let's hit you with one of those. The Edict of Retaliation. Then hit you a couple times. That's a miss. Alright, Darren. Hit this one. Missed due to concealment. Alright. More misses. Sound burst. Okay. Kill the succubus. Good fortitude rolls by it. Tried to slumber us. Fair enough. I'm going to move in as far as I can here. Oh, it actually gets us buffs, which is nice. Wait, you can't attack here? Oh, we must be... Oh, we're behind the wall. Oh, my bad. Alright, shoot.
Prepare yourself.
Hey, we hit. Nenio decides to attack. I mean, she managed to hit the enemy. I mean, she's in a very dangerous spot, but she did technically manage to hit the enemy. Alright, he's missing and hurting himself because of Edict. Wonderful. Succubus still can't do anything against Greyboar. Kill him. He just exploded. Okay. Should have watched out for that, but luckily we're pretty much immune to fire damage, I believe. Edict of Retaliation. Charge. Okay, Spider Swarms. Not a huge fan of that, but okay. Darren. Could do a Holy Smite. Does damage to evil creatures. We have... You're the only evil creature within range, I think. Yeah, because that'll work. Okay. And it hurt the spider swarms most importantly, which was what I was aiming for. Nice lightning bolt. At least they're not locust swarms, so they're actually fairly weak. Don't really know what your goal was there. Right, attack. Hey, we killed one. Didn't quite get it, but we should be able to kill it next turn. Just an annoying kind of damage.
I'm wounded.
Alright, we have been extremely hit. Are we on last stand right now? We are. Okay. Kill.
Desna, guide my hand.
That explodes it, which should also cause damage to spread. Why would you attack something that is immune to your damage? Nenio? Why? That... Okay. Huh. Do I have a way of saving Nenio right away? I don't know if I have a way of saving Nenio. I mean, I could walk in, dimension door us back, which would, in theory, save Nenio. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Let's do that. Dimension door mass back here. Cool. I really needed... Oh, I don't know why this keeps falling off. Anyway, I just really needed Nenio not to be where Monago was. That just seemed like that was just asking for bad things to happen. Let's sentence Monago, because we can, and apparently that works. And then Burst of Glory for temporary hit points. Cool. Needs a heal on Darren's turn. Nice damage. Okay, Darren. Gonna move in a little bit. Heal. Oh, Greyboar also got moved back. I missed that. As did this Azata, actually. That's kind of funny. Okay, I don't really know what your plan is here. We could study target, I suppose, on a swift action against you. That would probably make sense. I should probably be studying target non-stop, actually. Yeah. And then charge. Okay, at least we did AoE damage, which is nice. When Nenio gets a turn, we should be able to kill it all with electricity. But the problem is Nenio has to get a turn. Okay.
Victory.
He's a little hurt.
Pain.
Shoot Manago. Nice. Less nice. Missing all of those other ones. Nenio! What are you doing? Okay. How long is this thing on for? I might have to remove it. It's on for another minute? Right. Woljif. Woljif. Alright, your goal, Woljif, is to keep our party alive. So walk up here. Dimension door mass. You know what? Yes, we did manage to hit Nenio. Right. I was worried we didn't even manage to hit Nenio there. Edict of Retaliation. By Burst of Glory, do we get more temporary hit points? Probably not. Although it doesn't say it doesn't stack, so... Let's go. Okay, it doesn't stack. Fair enough. Hey, you killed the spider. That's something I really want you to do, actually. Heal. Okay, shooting Manago. Darren might be in danger if she comes in melee, but she should only be able to do one attack because she has to move. Okay, the Azata has come in here, which is fine. You here, I'm just going to give you a large health potion. Yeah. Equip. Chug it. And then move in here. Right. So you shouldn't die to this random swarm right now. Well, that's worrying that Manago is walking towards us. Shoot Manago.
Make your peace.
Ow. Ow. Alright. There's two spider swarms left. Is Manago immune to electricity? I would assume the answer is yes. The answer is yes. What the spider swarms actually immune to? Bloody bloody blah, bloody bloody blah, bloody bloody blah. Right. Are you immune to lightning? No. Okay. Nice. We killed both spider swarms now. Don't know what you're doing. Woljif, your time has come. Time to kill Manago. Okay. We want to take a step back. And we want to use Dispel Magic on Manago. Hey, we dispelled Death Ward. That's an interesting one. Nice damage. It also crit. Heal. Okay. We should be fine. I think Woljif has last stand, so he should live. Yeah. And then we kill Manago next turn, no problem. Greybore, I'm going to delay you to after Manago's turn. Yes. He's fine. Okay. But the reason I delayed Greybore is because if I didn't delay Greybore, he might get attacked. So that seemed sensible to do this. Also, you should probably just have power attack on. Oh ho ho!
I will resist.
And Arushale. That's Manago dead. Oh. No, it's not. What are you? The demoness shrieks, backing away from you on unsteady hooves. I can't kill you, can't deceive you, can't escape. Not even here in the abyss. Her voice is almost a wail now, and her eyeless face is streaked with red tears that run from Baphomet's mark. let's start by going through some other questions. What's that mark on your face? Minago's face twists in a grimace of horror and hatred. A brand. Baphomet's brand. And yours, too. He branded me, my master. He branded me for my failure in Canabras. He took my powers. He maimed my face. The damn thing hurts all the time. He said the mark would stay with me and I would keep bleeding until I spilled the blood of the one who caused me to fail in Canabras. Minago licks her lips and gives you a slanted grin. If only you would take pity on a poor demon and let me bring your head back to Lord Baphomet, the pain would finally stop. So you'll be in pain until you kill me? Yes, but how am I supposed to do that when the brand has taken away half my powers? I can't do what's being asked of me, I just can't. And I'll never win back the favour of my lord and Hepsamira. Tell me about the demons who commanded you. I serve Lord Baphomet, the great deceiver, who outwitted the Prince of Darkness Asmodeus himself. He's cruel, my lord is. Cruel, imperious, cunning, and unstoppable. Deskari started the invasion of your world, but without the help of my master, he and his swarms of locusts would have done nothing on Golarion. Deskari's demons only know how to eat and kill. We, the servants of Baphomet, follow another path. The grimmest, most devious of all the paths that have ever been laid. I have been one of Baphomet's finest servants for hundreds of years. Hepsamira herself, his favourite daughter and priestess, took me to her bosom. But see how my loyal service has ended? When no one else can see me, I howl from the pain in my mark, forced to grovel before pathetic idiots and witless warhounds, and here I am begging for mercy from a mortal. Okay, well, we're obviously going to choose the Aeon option. I can see the luminescence of your soul. You have violated the laws of the Abyss. Admit your transgressions. How did you know? Minago hisses as if in pain. This is none of your business, Golarion scum. It'd be interesting to let her live, but we should probably kill her. But it would be interesting to let her live. We should probably kill her. I'm gonna kill her. I think I'm trying to justify this, right? In my head, I'm trying to think of anything we could justify. And apart from it's interesting to let the character live, I don't really have another reason, right? That's my only reason. But I think we have to say you won't run from me anymore. But to be fair, it doesn't say kill Minago. It says attack Minago. Now, what I'm pointing out here is that it might be not a choice, and Minago might just disappear anyway. Let's see, you won't run from me anymore. Lalitu demons have a special place in my heart. I enjoy watching them die, and the memories of this creature's demise will keep me warm even on my deathbed. Farewell, Minago. Fine, fine, kill me. At least I won't have to run from you anymore. Don't kill Nenio. Well, this is awkward. You feeling better now? You are. Okay, we've killed Minago. Let's see what we got. We got a ton of items. A ton of items. Okay. Anything else in here? That seems a little anticlimactic for killing Minago, if I'm honest with you, given she was, like, you know, a boss of the first 3 acts, effectively. It just seems odd for it to be like, and she's gone. But, okay, she's gone. There's not even, like, you know, a huge fanfare. There's nobody talking about it. It's just like, she's dead. Okay. Weird. So that's composite longbow. So that was the longbow we got previously. So this is all new stuff. What's this? Seasoned Assassin's Armor. While wearing this +4 studded armor, you have total concealment against all ranged attacks, weapon and touch. As a good start. Whenever you receive a critical hit from a ranged attack, you gain DR10 for 1d3 rounds. However, receiving a critical hit in melee combat makes you prone for 1 round. So that's the negative. If you get crit in melee, you will go prone. However, you are pretty much invincible against a ranged attacker. Do you have anybody you use light, don't you? Yeah. Is this better than what you're wearing? Because it's light armor for both of them. This one is 10 more, which would put you into medium even with your strength buff that you currently have on. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. This would be really good for him, actually. He just doesn't have enough strength to make it work. Now, I'm thinking if I was to somehow get him a +1 strength buff, he would suddenly be looking good. I think I still have a belt of physical flow on. Yeah, I'm thinking like if I was to give him a +4, if I was to give him +1 strength on his next level up, that might actually be really good for him. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else it would be good for. Probably not you. You use medium armor. You don't use armor. You use light armor, so it could be good for you. The dex would cap things a little bit, but it might still be fine. Yeah, so you lose 3 from your dex, but you gain 3 armor class as a base, so that evens out. It's 10 heavier, which is fine. You lose your competency bonus on mobility checks, and your bonus to CMB and CMD. CMB and CMD don't matter, but the mobility check might. Okay, let's have a look. What's your mobility right now? 32. 27. Yeah, so it's effectively lowering our mobility, but in theory we could just give you this right before we do a mobility check. Yeah, I think this is for Areelu. Yeah. It does mean that her dex bonus isn't as high here, which I assume means her dex bonus isn't as high here. Okay, so that should be 25 otherwise. Let me just have a look. Oh, because it's in the wrong order. You see here. So if I equip that instead, it's 23 and 22 versus 25 and 20. So this is flat-footed is actually higher, obviously because flat-footed is when you lose your dex bonus. But this gives you concealment against all ranged attacks. Therefore, your touch doesn't really matter because although you're losing 2 touch, you're actually gaining total concealment, which will probably give you more dodges overall. Yeah, so that's fine. This is fine. Yeah, that works. Let's see what else we got. We got the Ring of Luck. +1 luck bonus on all saving throws. You're missing a ring. Okay. Cool. Ring of Protection. Ring of Protection. Headband of Vast Intelligence. Amulet of Mighty Fists. What about these ones? Lesser Bracers of Archery. Yep. Yeah, garbage. So effectively we got garbage from that so far, and yeah, that's okay. So the loot wasn't that... I mean, the armor was okay, but it feels like there should be more consequences from killing Manago, right? I don't know, maybe there's a consequence later. It'll be like, you killed Manago, so therefore this conversation goes differently. It seemed like the Aeon thing to do. But still, I don't feel good about it. It seemed like we could... I'm thinking of another way that could have gone. And there wasn't a Zata option, which was chaotic, which makes me think of this, right? It seems to me that there was probably an option at some point to convert Manago. But it might be locked behind a Zata. That's what I'm thinking. Like there might have been an option to say, hey, the demons have treated you badly. Come join our side. You know. But that doesn't appear to be what we're going with. So that's fine. Yeah. I'm very hesitant, you may have noticed this by now, to remove anything that gives you story. I really like to keep the opportunity of story alive. So, anyway. That's fine. Right, we'll heal. Quick save. This seems to wear off every new area here as well, by the way, so we need to keep reapplying that. How well am I known among the denizens of Lucianera? Many know that Golarion has arrived in Lucianera and that she possesses some special powers and talents. Okay, cool. That seems fair. We kinda do. Right. In here, I guess the next place we gotta go is the arena? I just realized I should have brought Lan along. He loves killing demons. It's his favorite thing. Should have brought him along. Like, to get a dialogue one. But, hey, whatever. We didn't. Mostly clear here. Nobody new. Right. So we want to go out this side, I believe. Yeah, because we've been everywhere else, so this makes sense. Yeah, we've been everywhere but the arena. Because we went here, went here, went here. Yeah. So arena's our first port of call, effectively. Right, let's go. Oh, I was also told, by the way, this puppet guy over here, apparently, he's like another content creator who they put in the game, which is pretty cool. Apparently, he was part of the Last Aslanti challenge that I was a part of a while back, which was Last Aslanti's, you know, one life, and it was like see how far you can get. I didn't recognize the name, so I went and saw how he did. Unfortunately, the reason I don't remember the name is he's the one who died to the water elemental within like 2 quests and 3 hours game time. So unfortunately he wasn't around for very long, so that's the reason I didn't recognize it at the time. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Oh, right. There's someone in here. Oh wait, is this the person I was talking about? It might be. A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casually towards the demon surgeon. O master of stitches, artist of the scalpel, and genius of the surgical profession, tell me, is your heart free? The young man has a glove puppet on his hand. Yes, this is actually the exact person I was talking about, so well timed. A dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? Are you trying to flirt with him? The young man gives you a sly wink and continues his conversation with the demon. No, I would not say that my heart is free. Right now it contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamia liver extract. He pauses, and then gives the young man an appraising glance. I'd give you an hour or 2 of my time. For something other than dinner. Has anyone ever told you that you have beautiful, smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. Alright, well, weird. Hello. A demon in a blood-splattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Or are you here because you want to become more powerful? Can you make me stronger? The healer looks at you eagerly. You hear the shrill screech of metal against metal as he rubs his steel claws together excitedly. Ah, for 30,000 gold I'll stitch you up into something better. Much, much better. Rochelet gives you a worried glance. Please don't do that. By joining your flesh with the flesh of a creature from the abyss, you allow its corruption to taint you. I've seen them graft the body parts of demons onto mortals just for fun. The mortals could not withstand this wicked corruption, and their souls became evil. Mr. Mad Scientist, sir, let me offer myself up as a subject for your experimentation. Feel free to carve me up and stitch me back together as you see fit. The demon sizes Nenio up and nods approvingly. Yeah, you'll do nicely. The price is still the same, 30,000 gold, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, that... This... This feels like something that I would regret clicking the button on, but let's get started. The healer's eyes light up with sinister enthusiasm. He looks you over carefully and then exclaims eagerly, "This will be magnificent. You will be a brilliant operation. A splendid surgery. Oh, just wait until I cut you up and stitch you back together. You'll be my masterpiece." Oh no, I thought you were doing it to Nenio. Absolutely no. Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't want to do this. Oh, there you go. Now we got Nenio's one. The demon taps his steel claws together indignantly. He looks deeply insulted as he returns your money. It's the age-old story. First they come and ask for powers, then they get squeamish when they see the cleaver. What are you afraid of, eh? It doesn't hurt. Well, alright, the pain is terrible, but it's all worth it. I have to go. The healer turns his attention back to his work. He takes a severed limb from the pocket of his apron and begins to examine it carefully. Quick save. This just feels like it can end well. Make Nanio stronger. Please follow me. You will drown in an ocean of pain, but you'll emerge from it renewed. The healer flexes his steel-clawed fingers. To your surprise, the surgery takes place in complete silence. When Nanio returns, she looks distant and emotionless. How do you feel? Fine, I think. She raises her dull eyes to you. When the mad scientist's claws cut into me, I blocked out the pain. I say I forgot the pain even existed. If I'm completely honest, I forgot that I was part of an experiment. Such an awkward situation. Maybe I should do it again. Oh no, that's enough for you. Your body already bears the mark of my genius. The demon turns to you with a smirk. I've already painted on this canvas. I hope that was worth the cost. Nanio nods, but then she shrugs uncertainly. I presume it was. It's hard for me to say for sure, because I don't remember anything still. I hope that in the near future I'll observe the effects of this surgical intervention so I can write an article about it for the encyclopedia. I would be disappointed if the experiment failed due to the forgetfulness of its subject. Raybor examines Nanio from head to toe and shakes his head grimly. She looks normal enough. We'll just have to wait and see if something has changed on the inside. I'll keep an eye on her for a while, just in case. So nothing has changed. This seems bad. This seems very bad. I can't see a way this ends well. Like, I honestly just cannot see a way that this would end well. I'm tempted to reload. Because I'm actually at the point where I'm like, I don't want to lose Nanio as a character. Like, if she has a demon explode out of her or something. It seems like that would be unlikely. But I'm also like, oh yeah, like what's this? Demon Graft. Grants the wearer a +2 natural armor enhancement bonus to armor class, +2 inherent bonus to checks made to overcome spell resistance, concentration checks, DC, attack damage rolls, and all saving throws. However, whenever your HP falls below 20%, you enter a frenzy and attack the nearest creature until you die or combat ends. Huh. It's really good, but I'm also like, this seems bad. We're gonna stick with it. Nanio has now decided to graft some demon stuff onto her, and we'll see how it goes. Who are you? I'm the most important person in the Battle Bliss. I'm a healer, or as they call me, a stitcher. They drag those poor bleeding fools from the arena so I can stitch them back up together piece by piece. I do mean that quite literally, since most of them are in pieces by the time they get to me. At first I simply reattach the severed limbs of the wounded fighters. Now, however, my methods are far more interesting. Someone from Nocticula's inner circle taught me the secret of grafting flesh. By combining the flesh of different gladiators, I can create the strongest, craftiest, most talented fighters. Oh yes, in these chambers, invincible gladiators are born. I'm so close to achieving perfection. Soon my methods will produce better results than Naharindian crystals. Ah, I do believe I have a new theory on the origin of mongrels. Naharindian crystals? Also, that's an interesting thought, Darren. We'll come back to that. Naharindian crystals are something of a legend here in Elutionera, although no one knows what they actually are or how to get their hands on them. It all started with a few demons here in the city. The demons suddenly became very powerful in a very short period of time. Their transformations happened almost overnight. According to the rumors, these demons received their incredible powers from Naharindian crystals. Now all of Elutionera is crazy for these crystals. They're all anyone talks about these days. And all the merchants know that if you call your gods Naharindian, if you call your goods Naharindian, you can easily double the initial price of your wares. You're not a healer, you're a butcher. The healer smiles proudly. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I am indeed quite proficient with an axe and a cleaver. And of course, I'm very good with a thin blade that I use for the dissection of the jugular vein. You know, not every specimen turns out to be viable. I have such a soft, tender, and compassionate nature. I just can't bear to watch others suffer. I could use the help of a healer. Don't bother with regular wounds. They're not worthy of my craft. Just drink a potion and you'll be fine. Okay. So, what do you have that isn't just potions? You have junk. Good. You have more junk. Ooh, Dark Omen. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it gives them the ability to cast the following spells. Okay. That's fine. Probably not going to get that one. Whenever the wearer of these gloves casts a cantrip or first level spell, that spell deals one additional point of damage per die rolled. Okay. Interesting. I think both of them are kind of bad, but that one was at least interesting. That one had a purpose. Hey, purifying solution. The main thing that stops us being able to cook stuff. That seems good that we've got some. Cool. There's your potions. They're all standard junk. Yup. And then nothing else. Oh, right. And then you have all of these things. I'll buy your apprentice lockpicks, even though I probably don't need them. But we are needing lockpicks more and more. The rest of it's complete junk. Cool. Bulk selling. Ah, that's better. Followed by anything that does not have a name. Now, somebody did tell me about some mods which we could use to make this quicker. I'm not too worried about the selling stuff anymore. I think that actually goes fairly quickly. But yeah, we might look into some at some point soon, but not right now. But, you know, soon, maybe. But right now, I'm kind of happy with this. This doesn't take too long. Yeah, cool. Made a lot of money. Also, it might sell my named items, and that just can't be happening. Right. There's probably a setting to turn it off, I would imagine. Hey, let's use an apprentice lockpick. I just got one.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Hey, acorn pie. New recipe, and it gives us something to do with all the acorns that we got. Also, I just remembered something. Hey, you there. First of all, I'm having your crystallized demonic rage. Second of all, I'm selling you my potion. Not potion. Yeah, Demon Slayer soup. That's what I meant to say. My recipe. Alright, who are you and why are you good? Because he's good because he's glowing, right? And then the abyss, that means that you're good. A stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He is carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches as if something is inside. Welcome to the Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklex. I'm the arena steward. Galeth is the master of the arena, but I help him manage its affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or to participate in them? The tiefling has a surprisingly open and honest face. After all these demons, he looks strangely normal. The tiefling looks you up and down with the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. During fights in the Battle Bliss, prayers and curses are uttered in equal measure, both on the battlefield itself and in the stands. Perhaps you'll be the one who shifts the balance towards prayer. Galeth. I remember a demon called Galeth. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a rustling sound from within the tiefling's bag, and an imp peeks his head out to look at you. He has large, drooping ears, and stares at you with his huge, unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes from sight. Examine this unusual tiefling more closely and try to understand the nature of his existence on this plane. That's a little bit vague, but okay. The tiefling gazes at you steadily. Amidst this chaotic plane of distorted shapes and frenzied disorder, Zeklex stands alone. He is out of place. His heart has no less evil than the hearts of those who surround him, but his mind is something different. The inhabitants of this plane have chaotic minds. Their thoughts are an overwhelming jumble of emotions and passions. But Zeklex's thoughts are cold, calculating and rational. He has a keen, sharp intelligence and values order and logic. He may have been born in this plane, but he does not belong here. He is an anomaly. I can see the aura of your soul. You do not belong in this plane. This is a realm of chaos, and your heart and mind are strictly ordered like a machine. The tiefling gives you a long, shrewd look. The imp peeks out of the bag and looks at you solemnly with his big, sad eyes. You are very perceptive. You see more than most. Well, you are right. I do not belong to the abyss even though I was born here. That's why I have to work so much harder than everyone else. It's very difficult for someone like me to accomplish anything in Illusionera, and I plan to accomplish a lot. I want to overthrow Galeth and take his place. I could use the help of someone as observant and knowledgeable as you. Zeklex lowers his voice conspiratorially. I want to overthrow Ermangaleth and take over the Battle Bliss. Ermangaleth is terrible at his job, and he's standing in the way of my ambitions. There's no denying that he is a genius. No one can get the crowds as excited as he can, but his management of the arena could not be worse. The fights have turned into a bloody circus and the opponents are never evenly matched. The crowds are losing interest and the passion of the audience is fading away. I want to change all that. But killing Ermangaleth won't be easy. He is protected by Gelderfang, the current champion of the arena. Since his last incident, Ermangaleth has kept Gelderfang close to his side. He's only vulnerable when the champion fights in the arena, but that doesn't happen very often. After all, a fight for the champion title is a very rare and prestigious event, but I'll offer you a deal. You help me and I'll help you. I'll arrange a fight between you and the champion. I won't be able to make it happen right away, of course, but I'll make sure you get your chance. Together we'll vanquish our enemies. I'll take control of the arena and you'll become a champion. You'll have the title, all the glory that goes with it, and all the glory that goes with it. Do we have a deal? The tiefling looks you in the eye as he extends a hand to you. You don't have a deal, and here's my reasoning why. I'm very tempted to accept, but the Aeon rules, if we go back to the Aeon rulebook, right? You follow the laws of what is going on in the area that you're in. If we were to help this guy, we are helping somebody who has violated the laws do it more, right? This is bad, I think, right? I think that if we want to follow the laws of the Abyss, we have to get rid of Zeklex, right? If I'm following the rules. So I'm going to ignore the gesture. Zeklex chuckles knowingly. I see you are not rushing to form an alliance with a tiefling you barely know. That's wise. But if you want to win honor and glory in the arena, you're going to need my help. Ermangaleth doesn't waste his time with newcomers. He won't even give you a second glance. He'll match you up against weaklings and incompetent fools. You'll never get your chance to fight the champion. Your belief in fairness violates the laws of the Abyss. There is an authority in Lucianera fit to try you for this transgression. Zeklex considers this for a moment. You want to put me on trial for being too law-abiding. That is a first. Zeklex shakes his head. I doubt that anyone around here would agree to waste their time with a trial. There are much faster ways to resolve disputes in the Abyss. I'd like to know more about you. The tiefling smiles wryly and addresses the imp in his bag. You see, Crow, this is why we worked so hard to climb the ranks. We wanted to be important, and now look, this stranger wants to know all about us. I guess that means we're finally a big deal. Who are you? I'm the arena steward. My position is prestigious, but my success is hard-earned. My life has not been easy. I grew up on the streets of Lucianera. I was a street urchin, an orphan. I'm the result of an act of violence committed against a helpless slave woman. I've always been weak. I've always been surrounded by those who are bigger and stronger than me. All my life I'd had to rely on my wits to survive. Out in the streets I scrounged around for food and tried to avoid becoming someone else's snack. Fortunately, I had someone to look out for me. The tiefling takes a small piece of dried meat and holds it close to the bag. As quick as a flash, a scrawny paw darts from the bag and snatches up the treat. Crow has been my companion for a long time. He is also my partner in business. Together we saved up our money, one coin at a time. We made allies and sought out opportunities for advancement. We've worked hard to climb the ranks of society. In the beginning our goals were simple: never starve again, never live in poverty again, and never fear for our lives again. Trust me, those goals weren't easy to accomplish here in the Abyss. You have to be very influential in the city to achieve any of those things, but we've managed to make our goals a reality. In fact, we've been doing quite well for ourselves here in the Lucianera. What's your role here? Ermangaleth is an artist, not a clerk. That's why I have so many responsibilities. I search for new fighters, I make the fight charts, I arrange the fights so the opponents are evenly matched, and of course I organise all of the matches. Unfortunately, my master has a habit of interfering with my work. He's been very involved lately, and as a result the fights have been terrible. The combat turns into meaningless carnage. There's no skill, no strategy involved, and of course no one wants to place bets on fights like that. Everyone already knows who's going to win. There aren't even fights anymore, they're just public executions. That's also a form of entertainment, of course, but it's not what our audience wants. Woljif perks up. Bet you say. I wouldn't mind betting a few coins. What's your cut of the winnings? Zeklex's voice takes on a monotonous tone, like the rustle of dry, dusty pages in a thick accounting book. Our normal cut is 20%. That number goes down to 10% if the betting ratio is 3 to 1 against the winner, and it goes up to 30% if the odds are 3 to 1 or more in favour of the winner. Against the winner, 3 to more if it's in favor. Okay. You don't look like you belong in the abyss. The imp peeks out of the bag. The tiefling grins as he pats his companion's tiny little head. That's because I like to stay organized. When I was growing up, I made a mental list of all my possessions, my money, my enemies, my allies, my schedule, and my goals. I was weaker than everyone else, and these mental calculations helped me to survive. It was the only advantage I had, the only way that I could gain the upper hand, and keeping lists became a habit. I've found that it disciplines the mind and keeps my thoughts organized. I'm an accountant by nature, and my ability to bring order to a place where chaos reigns has turned out to be a profitable skill. Here's the imp hiding in your bag. The tiefling smiles as the little creature peeks curiously out of the bag. It has big drooping ears and a small round face and big round eyes that gaze at you curiously. This is Crow. He's my business partner. He also happens to be my familiar. I have no idea how he wound up in the abyss, but he's not had the easiest time of it either. If our paths hadn't crossed, we'd both be dead by now. He's probably the only one I truly trust. The imp fidgets beneath your gaze and finally darts back down into the bag to hide. It's odd to see an imp, an infernal creature, here in the abyss. The fundamentally chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born on the plane of order and evil. Okay. Very easy difficulty class there. Okay, so it expects you to get this one. Your imp is an infernal creature. How has he managed to survive here in the abyss? Zeklex looks at you with respect. It's nice to meet a person who knows the difference between an imp and a quasit. Yes, Crow is a devil, although a lesser one. I have no idea how he ended up here, but at the time we met, he was extremely unwell. Staying in the abyss is not much easier for him than staying underwater would be for a mortal. So that's how I spent the first real money I managed to earn here. On this fine stone-to-order bag, it's had magic symbols sewn inside it that make its interior bearable for Crow. Alright, I have no more questions. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity. I'd like to know more about the Battle Bliss. What would you like to know? The arena's operations are simple. It functions like a pyramid. The spectators are at the lowest level, regular gladiators on the next tier, followed by members of the Naharindian League. The champion towers above them all, and the master of the arena stands on his shoulders like an omnipotent god. Tell me more about what happens in the arena. The Battle Bliss is a gladiatorial arena. You must understand, fights are a big deal in Lucianera. They are the city's primary source of gossip and entertainment. But they are much more than that. These gladiatorial matches serve as a kind of ritual, a daily offering to the demonic way of life. And these daily offerings, these rituals, are performed in the Battle Bliss. In a way, it's more of a temple than an arena. The arena is the only reason the city is still standing. Without the Battle Bliss, the demons would have brought Lucianera to ruins long ago. But instead of tearing down the city with their rage and desire for slaughter, they came here to quench their thirst for blood. You see, the arena gives them a sort of release, allows them to satiate their lust for violence. Who runs this place? His name is Ermangaleth. He's a Cambion. He was born in the abyss as an offspring of an incubus and a mortal woman. Incubi are naturally persuasive, but Ermangaleth's father was especially skilled at using his words to manipulate and control. While his son inherited his silver tongue, his ability to influence a crowd is unmatched. With just the sound of his voice, he can instantly instigate a riot or make a screaming group of demons fall silent and listen to his every word. When he warms up the audience, the spectators are ready to jump into the arena and fight the gladiators themselves. Who's the strongest fighter in the arena? The champion's title is currently held by an incubus named Gelderfang. He is the deadliest of Ermangaleth's fighters and serves as his bodyguard. He is a true artist of death and destruction. Of course, there are other fighters in the abyss who are more dangerous, but no one can kill like he does. He makes every death exquisite and prolongs the agony and suffering of his opponents. He can transform any fight into a spectacular show. He turns combat into performance and knows how to create dramatic spectacle out of the most mundane match. There are only two things Gelderfang wants in life: pleasure and murder. They are his obsession, and he feeds that obsession every time he steps into the arena. After all, everyone in Lucianera knows his name, and the audience yells it at the top of their lungs every time he kills one of his rivals. I always enjoy a challenge. If this champion is as good as you say he is, I hope I get the chance to face him in battle. He sounds like a dangerous and skillful opponent. What is the Naharindian League? It's an odd name, I admit, but it's in keeping with the latest trends. Naharindian is a very popular word in Lucianera these days. The Naharindian League is led by the arena's current champion, Gelderfang, and only the very best gladiators can become members. The fighters of the league belong to Ermangaleth, but not all of them are demons. Lucianera serves as a crossroads between multiple worlds, and fighters come from many different planes to perform in the arena. I've heard of Naharindian crystals. Do you get them if you're a member of the league? Zeklex gives you a faint smile. They'd like you to believe that, but no. The members of the Naharindian League are no different than that of the Naharindian booze vendor in the tavern or the Naharindian whip supplier in the flesh markets. None of them actually have access to the crystals. I've heard that Naharindian crystals contain immense power. Geldafang would love to have one, and there are rumors that Ermangaleth promised him a crystal in exchange for his services as a bodyguard. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that Ermangaleth was lying. I'm not even sure he knows how to get his hands on the Naharindian crystal. I understand. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity. I have to go. Alright, I'm going to quick save, just because the next questions could have more to say. I'd like to talk to Ermangaleth. The imp pokes his head out of the bag in surprise. You seem to have aroused his curiosity. His sad, drooping ears perk up with excitement, and he stares at you with his big, round eyes. You wish to speak with Ermangaleth? I'm afraid that's impossible. Ermangaleth never communicates with anyone except his most trusted aides, and Geldafang is under strict orders to kill anyone who tries to talk to his master without permission. Ermangaleth believes that minimizing his contact with the outside world will make the audience in the arena want him even more. I want all of Elutionera to know my name. I want you to arrange a match for me against your strongest gladiator. The tiefling falls silent. He looks as though he is calculating something in his head. Finally, he responds. If that is truly your goal, you'll have to defeat the current champion. If you defeat Geldafang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you'll have to prove yourself if you want to face the champion. A fight with Geldafang is a big deal here in Elutionera, and only members of the Naharindian League, the elite gladiators of Battle Bliss, are considered worthy opponents. Killing others just to entertain spectators. These creatures of the abyss sow death and destruction in such a careless, casual manner. But it is extremely difficult to join the league. You have to slay an active member and take their place, so if you wish to fight the champion, you'll have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you would like, I can arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you prove yourself in battle, I'll be able to find you a match against a more reputable opponent. Very well. The tiefling nods respectfully. I'm glad that we've reached an understanding. I'm going to say I have to leave, just temporarily. So we can't... I'm just checking. Can we just walk past here? We can, but there's nothing there. Is this the whole area? It appears to be the whole area. I just thought I'd check first before we just be like, okay, we're ready to go. Okay. Let's do a fight. Let's see how it goes. I'm ready to enter the arena. You're in luck. For the past couple of days, Ermangaleth has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to introduce you to a promising new fighter in the arena. He wants to introduce a promising new fighter in the arena. I think you could play that part perfectly. Ermangaleth may even give you a chance to earn a place in the Naharindian League. However, if you do become a candidate for membership, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against a very dangerous opponent. Who is my opponent? The tiefling looks questioningly at the imp, who is peeking up out of the bag. The imp shrugs and waves his hand dismissively before disappearing again. Zeklex turns back to you. Some nameless newcomer. Okay, so it's obviously not just some nameless newcomer, that's fine. Will it be a fight to the death? Of course! Every fight must end in the death of a gladiator. It's the most important part of the show. Many of our spectators come here just to watch the gladiators finish off their fallen opponents. They want to see the spectacular death scenes and the cunning coup de grace. But, of course, some fighters survive their ordeal and can be pieced back together, but the tiefling gives you an appraising glance. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. Alright, I'm ready to go. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and then return alive and victorious. Is it a one-on-one fight? That's the most important question. No, we get our full party. Okay, well this isn't fair, really. This fighter is a nobody from nowhere, but if she survives, you'll all worship the ground she walks on. Cat's like, I don't care. I'm going. Going crazy. Today we have the dubious honor of welcoming to the arena Naminde of Golarion. Let's see what moniker she earns for herself, if she lives that long. And next? I should probably skip the voice line, but that's okay. And who will stand against her? Well, they may be small, but they are far from harmless. If you underestimate them, they'll bite your family jewels off. An outsized amount of spite wrapped up in a tiny, ugly package. It's Smugmug's wild gang of Mephits. I'll bite your nose off, you Golarion scum. I'm the wild and terrible Smugmug. Tremble before me. Oh, right. They're enemies. They're not just random, blobs of fire. Soon we will know which of these two titans will emerge victorious. Fighters, commence battle. Quick save. Turn on buff. Set ourselves up. Yeah, sure, I'll take a surprise round.
Already?
Okay. How did that go? I did it. Oh, wait,
Follow
it didn't
me.
even start combat with the others. Oh, no.
Please, allow me. No time for this.
Well, do we actually get into combat this time? We did. Okay. We killed him too quickly, so didn't get into combat. That's so good. This, like, isn't even close. Okay.
Out of my sight.
I think this might be too easy. I probably shouldn't even have wasted the spell. We did it. Is he speaking, or what's happening here? Hey, who knows? Maybe some days you'll get a chance to fight against a member of the Naharindian League once they start accepting Mephits into their ranks. Demand explanations. Oh, what did it say first? We have a winner! All hail our glorious fighter. She emerges triumphant in this dangerous, violent conflict. She decorated the arena with Mephit guts. Give up for Naminde, the Mephit Slayer. Woo. Okay. Well, that was too easy. That much is obvious. That was way too easy. They didn't even fight back. That's weird. I'm guessing she uses because this is Manago's body, right? Like, it's the same model. I'm guessing the reason that she had a buff when we walked in is because it's the buffs Manago gets. That's my stab in the dark. Is this your idea of a joke? Were you trying to humiliate me? Why did you put me up against such a ridiculous opponent? The conversation is interrupted by an eccentric-looking demon with suspiciously bright eyes. Judging from the slur of his words, he's under the influence of some kind of mind-altering substance. Ah, look at that. It's the Mephit Slayer. Train hard, girl, and maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real Dretch. Zeklex frowns in irritation. With astonishing speed, he produces a dagger from his sleeve and cuts the demon's throat in one swift, clean movement. The insolent demon gurgles, staring at the tiefling in surprise. It slowly sinks to the floor beneath the contemptuous gaze of his killer. The tiefling cleans his blade with what was possibly the only... The tiefling cleans his blade with what is quite possibly the only handkerchief in the abyss. His face is pale and he looks slightly sick as he glances at the corpse. What a brute, he mutters quietly to himself. Then he turns to you. Please, listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. This was done on Ermangaleth's orders. He came up with the brilliant idea to match you up against a Mephit. He thought the crowds would find it funny, and I couldn't stop him. I assure you this will never happen again. As quick as a flash, Zeklex produces a gold coin from his bag and places it in your hand. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the transportation arch that is located near the Battle Bliss. This is one of the privileges afforded to the arena's gladiators. Zeklex lowers his voice and says placatingly, Please, don't confront him yet. I promise you that you will have the chance to make that scumbag pay for what he's done to you. I feel I'm being manipulated, but I demand a proper fight. Zeklex closes the bag hastily to prevent the imp's agitated efforts to escape. And I promise that I will arrange a proper fight for you, but first I need you to do me a favor. The Flayer twins are merely a stepping stone on your path to Gelderfang. It is your fight with him that worries me, but I have a thought of something that might help you in your encounter with the champion. However, for my idea to work, I need you to go to the flesh markets and buy a group of gladiator slaves. Now, when I say slaves, I don't mean seasoned veterans. I want an assortment of rabble and riffraff. This is important because my spy will need to infiltrate their ranks without drawing attention. I will not become a slave trader. Zeklex frowns and exchanges glances with the imp as it peeks out of the bag. Why not? Does it violate your principles? This is the Abyss. Scruples won't do you any good here. In fact, I'd advise you keep your morals on a tight leash if you want to survive. But fine, Lamashtu take them. I'll try to make sure your fight with the Flare twins takes place as soon as possible. I don't like being called Mephit Slayer. I want to change my title. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it, and that is all that matters to Ermangaleth. You'll remain Mephit Slayer for as long as the audience finds it amusing. Alright, give me a real fight. The steward looks worried, but nods. As you wish, it will be a difficult fight. The opponent is more dangerous than the last one you faced, so make sure you're fully prepared before you enter the arena. However, if you win this fight, you'll be one step closer to earning your place in the Naharindian League. Who's my opponent? The tiefling passes the bag, pats the bag absent-mindedly. A scrawny paw emerges and holds up 2 small fingers. Oh yes, the Flare twins, a dangerous duo with an impressive number of victories. They have a reputation in the arena, so defeating them will bring you honor and prestige. However, you should remember that their stage name was given to them for a reason. Alright, let's go. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. This should be easy. A conversation with Camellia. That's worrying. So who will she fight today? I'll give you a hint. They'll get under your skin. Oh yes, one day they decided to get under a gladiator skin. So they killed one, flayed him, and wore his skin as a suit. Meet the duo who makes all twins terrifying. Today they are going to dress themselves in the height of Golarion fashion. The Flare twins. I'll make a pair of shoes out of you, you soft and spineless outsider. We'll see which contestants survive and which ones decorate the arena with their dead bodies. Fighters, commence battle. Alright, let's start with a quick save. Shoot.
Desna, guide my hand.
What? If this was a fair fight, it would have been boring, but Ermangaleth will never allow boredom in his arena. You just teleport me to, like, all sides of... What the... What did you do? Okay. I thought it was a bug. Okay, well, we got a surprise round, so I guess we'll use it to run our party back to where we need to go, I guess. Darren, where are you? Okay. Weird, but it's you know, it's kind of nice. It's not just, you know, plain boring fights. Kinda. Woljif? I probably should have just teleported him, but that's fine. Turn that buff on. Get our other buffs on. Charge to Sister Flare. Nice. Okay, you failed to hit so far. Oh yeah, how do you feel about, like, ice? Just 15 cold, huh? Well, that's pretty good. Shadow Demon appears. It's now actually up there. I'm just going to take a turn to run into 30 feet. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, we saved our will save, I think. That's fine. It looks like our Shadow Demon didn't, but that's okay. Move up here. Raybor, move up. And Woljif. You can't actually attack. We can move you into range so you can attack next turn, or we can move you to here and you attack with a spell. Let's move you into range for next turn. I think that makes more sense. Attack.
Strike with all your might.
3 misses. Wonderful. Okay, we got hit with some poison, but we're not overly worried about that. Get up here. And Polar Ray. Nice. Okay, Rushale. Shoot him. That's fine. Lots of no damage to the Shadow Demon. Darren, shoot it.
I will see to your demise.
Raybor, we can charge here. Didn't do much damage. We got 8 attacks.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
So that's still to roll a 20 to actually hit. Let's share our judgment buff. Oh, it doesn't look like everyone's getting it, interestingly. I'm going to move, like, here. Yeah, because that gives it to Rushale. That's fine. Shadow Demon attacking that one. We're going to move you in a little bit. You now get the buff. How do you feel about electricity? Immune, huh? Thought he might be. Hit him. Cool. By the way, when it said that we have access to the portal here, it's basically telling us we can use our full spell slots every single fight, because we can go back to the Nexus and get our full spell slots back. So,
Make your peace.
seems good to me. You've ruined my clothes. This suit used to be the skin of a respectable demon. She just dead? What's going on here? The Flare twins are a duo no longer. It's time to think of a new nickname. Okay. That's fine. Shoot it. I did half expect this one to get like a buff or something. But that's okay. We increase our movement speed by 30 feet once per day. Yeah, we don't really need to do that. Just attack. Should probably have studied target, but that's
Distract
okay.
them for me.
Nice damage. And 3 attacks. Right. Yeah, Polar Ray. Shoot it.
I will resist.
Okay, this one seems much easier to hit. Yeah, I like the Rupture Restraints trigger here. So he didn't actually have any negative effects on him. Nice. What a heavy blow to Illusionira's fashion scene, but what a magnificent fight. Despite my cunning schemes and despite the extensive experience of her rivals, the victory belongs to the Mephit Slayer. Woo! Yeah, the Mephit Slayer. Woo! That looks like we just got some good items there. Toxic Wrap. Immunity to acid makes the opponent sicken for 1d3 rounds upon landing a sneak attack unless they pass a fortitude saving throw. So if you do a sneak attack, they take a fortitude saving throw and they can become sickened. That seems good. What's your current cloak? The White Wind's Cloak. Okay, when they have worn with a character with no levels in the duelist class, they'll gain the precise strike ability. Duelist gains the ability to strike precisely with light or one-handed piercing weapons, and a quarter of her level as a bonus to damage rolls. That's actually pretty good, right? It doesn't actually tell me whether it's good or not. I assume it's good. If it's not, then like the other one is better. All-round defense. Whenever the wearer of this ring is 10 feet from the companion who wears the same ring, they both gain the effect of back-to-back feet. If they already have the back-to-back feat, they gain an additional +2 bonus to AC. That's pretty good. That definitely seems good. So let's give one to you for just now. Wait, do we want to get rid of one? Probably not. How about you? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not really worried about your cold descriptor things anymore. Let's give you this one. Right, what's this? Padded Armor of Vigilant Sprouts. Whenever the wearer of this +4 padded armor is hit by a sneak attack or an attack of opportunity, the attacker must take a reflex saving throw or become entangled for 3 rounds. Now this is actually a contender for you. It would increase your armor class by 4, which is pretty good at this point, and you would lose +2 bonus on concentration checks for the privilege. Sure. Oh, it's hideous. I love it. Right. I just feel like the extra AC on him is probably worth it, right? It's probably worth it. It seems like the kind of thing that might be. Right, I want to chat with Zeklex here. See. No, that's fine. Okay, cool.
Onwards.
Just wanted to see if he had an immediate thing after the fight. You know what, actually, let's do that one first, and then we'll end it with the next fight just ready. My fight in the arena was far from fair. Care to explain? The imp squeals angrily as he tries to get out of the bag. Zeklex holds the bag shut, fighting to keep his belligerent companion inside. I swear it was a Mangaleth's idea. As you should already know, he's not a fan of fair fights. I regret that you've been caught in this trap. However, you held up well. You've got talent. I may be able to arrange a match for you against a serious opponent. Maybe even the champion. Ermangaleth considers you a threat. He thinks you're too dangerous and is eager to be rid of you. But please, don't confront him just yet. Don't let him know that you've discovered his true intentions. I want to challenge the strongest fighter in the arena. He's obviously lying to us, but I'm okay with that. Things don't work like that around here. Geldefang only fights members of the Naharindian League, and a fight with him is a big deal. After his last incident, Ermangaleth strictly forbade him from entering the arena without permission. Geldefang is his bodyguard after all, so if you want to fight the champion, you'll have to join the Naharindian League, but the only way to do that is by killing another member of the League. But fighting a member of the League is a privilege. You have to earn that right, the right to face them in battle. Now, I might be able to help you out on that front, but first you'll have to do me a favor. I want to give a gift to the current champion. I'd like to send him the most beautiful succubi from the 10,000 Delights. I need you to make a deal with them and convince them to provide their services to Geldefang. If you do this, Geldefang will be happy for me to arrange a fight between you and a League fighter without delay. This should compensate your expenses. Zeklex hands you the coins and suddenly winks. Of course, my generosity is not without its reason. Succubi are seductive, but they can also be very dangerous. It might be useful to have spies within Geldefang's inner circle, wouldn't you agree? If you want to buy horrors for Geldefang's amusement, do it yourself. Zeklex frowns in disappointment. Really? That's a shame. However, I won't insist. I'll go ahead and start making arrangements for your fight against a member of the Naharindian League. Yeah. I want to say no to Zeklex. One, because he's betraying me, and two, because we know what his real intentions are because he told us. And we don't want him to take power. I don't know why we don't want him to take power, really, but like that's what I'm going with, and we'll see how the quest plays out if you don't walk around the city doing that. Also, I can't help but notice he didn't take his 40,000 coins back, so, cha-ching. Right, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.